Let's do our NBA All-Star reserves predictions. So the reserve criteria is 2 guards, 3 forwards or centers, and
Yeah,
two
three
wild
guards.
cards,
Yeah.
which could be a guard or a forward or a center.
That's how they did it this year.
That's how they do it every year. I forgot that
Why
though.
do more forwards get the automatic bid though? You see what I'm saying? Like it should at least be the opposite: 3 guards, 2 forwards, and 2 wild cards. Like you see what I'm saying? Especially in the West. The West is stacked at guard.
And
Like
it's like
I think they do that because the wild card is. I think the wild card is likely to be guard because it's a wild card. So it's like it doesn't matter what
but
position.
it's based on the coach's decision, though, right?
yeah, the coaches. I forgot what the system is, but they said they can't vote for their own player, but their own players, but they got to pick the two guards, 3 forwards, and 2 wild cards.
And then more of a reason to make it more guards, like add more spots for guards, is because they're gonna get picked by KD and LeBron anyway. It's gonna be a draft. So I just find that crazy to me. But we could pick. I'm just saying. I don't. The process is ways they could fix the process. I feel like.
Oh, yeah, didn't hire you, guard. I see.
All right. For the East,
Take it away, John. Let's go.
I think the 2 guards that fill that spot should be Harden for sure. And Jaylen Brown. The Celtics are not having the year they thought they'd have. They are missing their best defender in Marcus Smart. And that plays a huge role in their team success. So other than that, Jaylen Brown, he's been pretty straight, and we all know Harden. For the front court, I'm gonna give a nod to Bam. I think Bam deserves to go this year, even though what I'm saying, it's like a team not their best.
He got snubbed last year too.
But yeah, and I think with a lot of their players being out, like Bam has really been the steady like heart and beat and soul for that team just this entire year as they wait to get their players back. So I got Bam. Also have Tatum. I think he's still having a good year. You can't disrespect Tatum. He's an all-star, I think, every year moving forward in his career. And then I have Julius Randle filling out my third front court person. So my 2 guards, Harden and Jaylen Brown. And then my front court, I got Julius Randle. I have Bam Adebayo, and I forgot who I just said. But yeah. And then my wild cards, Ben Simmons and Zach LaVine, bro. I know Trae Young. I know Trae Young is averaging 9 assists and 25 points, and him and Luka are the only 2 players doing that. And I know that when he's not on the court, the Hawks are trash. They cannot score, and they can barely get the ball over half court. But Zach LaVine is just so proud of me. He's the 3rd best shooting guard, I believe, in the league, and I think that deserves recognition. So that's kind of what my East reserves are looking like. Got to find out who my other 4 was.
You said Tatum and Julius Randle.
Oh yeah, I said Tatum, Randle, and Bam Adebayo.
Bam.
All right. Who's ready? Who's next for the East? Or I could go.
I go.
Oh, good. Go.
At my guard spots, I have James Harden, of course, of the Brooklyn Nets, and Zach LaVine. My forward, I have Jason Tatum, Boston Celtics. Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis gets in there for me at my forward spot. And for my last front court spot, I'm going to take Bam. And then my wild cards are going to be Trae Young and Jaylen Brown. Ben Simmons is not going to make my list. Even with his 42-point effort, he's still only averaging 15 points for me. I'd like to see that come up more for a guy that we're saying is a star in the league. I understand he averages 8 rebounds and 8 assists as well, but I need more. Also, somebody who I feel like is going to get snubbed, Julius Randle is balling this year. I just want to put that out there. He is having career numbers all over the board. And the Knicks are a playoff team as it stands right now, but I just believe there's too much talent at the front court spot. And with Tatum, Sabonis, and Bam, I don't think Julius Randle deserves it over any of those guys. So he'll be somebody that's on the outside looking at.
All right, I'll go. For the East, I have the 2 guards, James Harden and Jaylen Brown. For the forwards, I have Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks, Domantas Sabonis from the Indiana Pacers, and Jason Tatum from the Celtics. And my 2 wild cards is Julius Randle from the Knicks and Ben Simmons from the Sixers.
You don't have Trey or Zach LaVine. That's kind of wild.
He's wilding.
That's kind of wild.
Who you said, Bruce?
I said Harden, Brown for the guards. Middleton, Sabonis, and Tatum for the forwards. And for the wild cards, I have Julius Randle and Ben Simmons.
See, my only quarrel with your list, Bruce. So, I'm looking at Chris Middleton's stats, and I understand.
That's what I said.
I understand that Drew Holiday has come in and he's taking, he's going to take some shots and he's going to have the ball in his hands a little bit more. But this year, Mike Budenholzer has Chris Middleton playing a couple more minutes. His points per game hasn't gone up. His shooting percentage just went up slightly. He's less better on the boards and a little better on the assist. Just for me, all the talent that has either arrived, returned, or taken a step in the East, for Middleton to not get that much better, I just don't.
Who would you replace over Middleton?
Jaylen Brown, Trey Young.
Brown is a guard. Middleton's considered a forward.
Oh, then I had Tatum, Sabonis, and Bam.
Damn, heard you.
Bam is having a really, really solid year. And for a team that is not playing as good as they are capable, you look at what Bam's doing. Like, he's trying to carry them on his back every night. He's having a career high across the board, except for rebounds. But
you said it. He's trying to, but he's not.
Okay. If I'm more than confident that Bam would be bashing people down low if he had Giannis running to the rim and just dishing it to him. But
the reason I
think Bam is having a better year.
Oh, am I muted? Oh, the reason I said Ben over LaVine and Trey Young, guys, is just, I don't know. I know that he can't shoot the 3 ball. He can't score nightly like Ben. I mean, not Ben, Zach and Trey. Ben is, I think he's the front runner for DPOI, in my opinion. I think he'll be rewarded for that with All-Star.
After, I'm sorry, was that Devin Booker who had 40 on his head?
So he ain't act like Ben dropped like 35? Like, what you saying?
Man, you can't literally come out, and I'm sorry, but you cannot come out before the game and say, I'm the best defensive player in basketball, and the dude who took your girlfriend come out and home 40 on your head. Can't happen.
Without him being
on his head.
Okay, Carter, what you got for it?
No. I'm saying that don't be his sole responsibility. There's a bunch of defenders in that mix. Danny Green and Thibault, but
talk to us Eastern reserves.
Eastern, I got Harden, obviously. I got Jaylen Brown. I got Tatum. I got Julius Randle. I have Bam. I have Trey Young. And the last spot is going to come down to LaVine or Ben Simmons. But I think they'll probably give it to LaVine, maybe. It's the coaches, though. I don't know. It depends on how coaches feel about Ben.
They'll be like, "Oh, you're on the best team in the East. Go right ahead, buddy." That's what they're gonna say. Jace, you ready?
Yeah.
Talk to us, man.
All right. For my guards, I'm gonna go Harden and LaVine. And front, man, it's a given. Jason Tatum and Jason Tatum, Bam. I do see Bam getting in as a reserve, but Julius and Sabonis, man, they both having great years. I'll go Sabonis though. Sabonis probably have a little better year than Julius. And then my reserves would probably be Trey Young. I don't like Ben Simmons. I don't like him.
I could have told you that.
Did I already say Jaylen Brown?
You didn't.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
I got you. You ready? You got your West list ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, do it, John. Let's go.
All right, man. My West guards. Obviously, give me Dame. Clearly, it's Dame time. Derek didn't know what time it was last night when he gamed them. So it's all good. He hit a bucket. He had a buzzer beater on us and the Bulls a few weeks ago. It's gonna sound crazy, but give me Chris Paul. Like CP3, he didn't turn this Phoenix Suns organization around. I think that's all credit to one player, and that's one player only. That's Chris Paul. And I to not give him an All-Star nod this year after Devin Booker went down, after they didn't had COVID and missed a few games, I think is kind of unfair. So I definitely have CP3 getting 12th, 13th All-Star appearance. It's been an incredible run for him. So keep it going, Chris Paul. The front court is gonna get tricky because the front court, but
let's be respectful.
Let's be respectful. Give me Paul George. Obviously, if he's able to play, I think he should go. Give me Anthony Davis. He's a superstar, and I still think he's having a pretty good year. And people are gonna say, bro, he's not having an All-Star year. This was one of the players that last played in last season and then started this year, like with everybody else. So for him to still come back and help his team be top 2 in the Western Conference, I think is All-Star worthy. So Paul George and AD for sure. I'm gonna get Zion Williamson a nod over whoever else because I think Zion is amazing. For the wild cards, I guess give me Rudy, bro. Give me Donovan. My fault. Give me Donovan for sure. And then my last person, I don't even want Rudy. I think I'm gonna take De'Aaron, bro. What? Man, I was asleep. Oh my god. I'm gonna take De'Aaron and I'm gonna take Donovan in my wild card. Now I don't think Donovan nor De'Aaron are gonna make it personally. I think they're gonna give it to Rudy Gobert. And I think they're gonna give it to somehow Mike Conley. And I think they're gonna give it to Rudy Gobert. Mike Conley's having a good year.
Crazy. Donovan gonna find a way. He gonna make it. Take it away, Damon.
Okay, so for my guard spots, I have Dame and Donovan Mitchell. I mean, to me, of course, Dame is a near starter, but Donovan has to be a reserve. For my forward spots, and you'll notice a theme, I have a lot of two guys from the same team going. BI and Zion. I mean, you want to talk about BI. I know the Pelicans are not good, but BI is averaging more points at 23 points a game than AD, DeRozan, Jamal Murray, Chris Paul. BI is having a very good year, and he just keeps taking a step forward. So I like BI and Zion. Of course, Zion is setting records, being mentioned in categories of Michael Jordan with shooting percentages and stuff like that. That's ridiculous. Rudy Gobert is going to take my big man spot, leading the West in blocks, continues to do what he does, always in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. My wild card spots, and this is because PG and AD, I don't have them playing, so they won't make my list. But Devin Booker and CP3. CP3, as John stated, has turned this Phoenix franchise into someone who is relevant, and Devin Booker has taken that step with CP3 by his side. I just said this in the chat a couple weeks ago. I just can't wait to see this team play playoff basketball and to see Devin Booker in that environment with Chris Paul. I can just see him telling them, like, this is where you find out guys are different. This is like where you find out and you separate yourself. So I think Devin Booker and Chris Paul, they could be, potential tampering. Hey, come play with us. So keep that in mind.
Got you. I go next. My guard spots in the Western Conference are Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard. My forward spots are Paul George, Anthony Davis, and Rudy Gobert. My reserves, my wild cards, quite a little controversy amongst the ranks. I understand. I get it. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan. I feel like he can make it. I know. Oh my gosh, he's not averaging 20 points per game. Yes, I know. However, he's having a career high in assists with 6.9. He's having his career low in turnovers since his rookie season, and he has the Spurs as the 6th seed in the Western Conference, 16-11. Nobody had the Spurs when we did our preseason predictions going into the postseason. I think she's rewarded for that. However, if Anthony Davis and Paul George do not play, I do think Devin Booker and Zion Williamson will get in lieu of those injuries. But DeMar, man, coming in the West balling, man, and got the Spurs in the playoffs. What can you say? Nothing. Cut Carter.
My turn. All right. I got Dame, obviously. Donovan Mitchell. I have Zion. I have PG. I have AD, but I don't think he's gonna play. So I got in quotations replaced by BI. I think BI is not gonna be a starter. They're just gonna name him as the replacement like later. I got Devin Booker, and then for the last spot, I got Chris Paul or Ja Morant. I don't know who they're gonna go. They both had a lot of votes. I think Ja get a lot of respect now that he's back, and he started off kind of being passive, but then they kind of hit a switch, and now he's getting buckets again. Like he picking up where he left off. And before he got hurt, he had dropped like 40. So and he dropped 30 the other day. So I think he's getting back in the groove. And then I feel like they always respect the veterans. So Chris Paul still got a chance to get in there. However, I think Ja Morant, the former rookie of the year, he actually playing better this year than he was last year. So it's hard to not mention his name or not give him a vote at least. So I think one of them two will get in their last spot.
I think
and if AD could be replaced by somebody that's not a forward, I don't know how it works. I don't know if they gotta be a forward. If they gotta be a forward, then I think BI. But if it could be anybody, I think that might be where another guard might slip in.
Jace.
You're muted.
All right, so for my backcourt, I'm gonna go Damian and Donovan. Both of them having great seasons. I feel like Donovan gonna turn it on after the All-Star game as well. After what Shaq had said to him, he's already turning on after that. But I feel like after that All-Star game, he's gonna turn it on some more. Front court, I'm gonna go AD, Paul George, and Zion. I don't think AD is gonna play either, so I'll go Brandon Ingram in lieu of him. And then my reserves, I'm gonna go Chris Paul. What? Bro, stop talking, bro. I'm gonna go Chris Paul and I get DeMar DeRozan, bro.
I thought you were gonna say Devin Booker, but
once you make an All-Star game, it's hard for you to miss it if you if you're a good player.
Who's a good player?
Devin Booker.
So Chris Paul not making it?
Nah, I'm talking about DeRozan not making it.
Politics.
It is, but I'm just telling you how it worked.
It is what it is. And the NBA All-Star reserves will be announced on February 23rd. Excuse me, I said the 22nd. It will be announced on the 23rd. Is there any more NBA All-Star news before we talk about the NBA real quick?
Can we do our MVP predictions for the All-Star game, or shall we wait?
Let's wait. Let's wait till everything official. Everything official.
Go.
Till LeBron pick a better team.
I mean,
if
I was him, I'd go Kyrie first pick, but that's just me.
That's temper. Y'all hear me?
LeBron throwing Zion would be disgusting.